What's up my loves? My name is Paige, this is Paige to the Page, and today we're going to be talking through the readathons happening in November. Welcome to this video. This is the year of having put out these videos of doing and talking through all the readathons that are happening in the upcoming month, and I am super happy that I could put out these videos and help just bring light to some readathons. I hope you found some interesting ones through this, and I've enjoyed creating this resource and being able to share it with everyone. So, usual disclaimers, I'm not going to go into in-depth about the readathons. They are linked in the description box in the spreadsheet that I have, as well as the month playlist. There are 3 places you can find the videos. If you literally click on the November readathons playlist down below, that will take you to where you can watch all the announcement videos where I have found these readathons from. So if you want a resource, that is your go-to. That will tell you all the information and much more detail than I will. We're in a casual vibe today. I know this is like one of my most viewed videos, and I'm in pain from a Pilates class that I did 2 days ago. So we're going chill and low-key vibes. Number 2, the people that I shout out might not be the creators, they might be a co-host. I am not in a position to do such a deep dive, but like I said, the description, all the announcement videos will have who the creators are to give them the most amount of credit. Third disclaimer is that this is at the time of me filming this. You will not be seeing it until Friday 6 AM AE DT, which will be the 28th. I am currently filming it 8 PM AE DT on the 26th, so Wednesday. I will be editing it tomorrow on Thursday, and then it will be live. Because I'm not doing it on the 1st of the month, it's just gotta take my word for it. I do try any that I stumble across, I will add it into the YouTube playlist. I don't add it to the spreadsheet, and I don't add it to the description box, so that playlist is like your gold mine. It was really interesting looking back on last year's and seeing all the readathons that were happening, and the ones that have returned again, and those that are not running this year, and I'm like keeping an eye out in case they do announce anything. But we've got 22 readathons to talk about. I will be going from the shortest run period time to the longest, and let's dive in. So the first readathon I have found is running on the weekend of the 5th and the 6th. This is the Cat Lady Readathon, created by Leanne Reads. And so basically this is a bingo board, if you would like to use it, that has activity base as well as just reading cat books. So whether that be in the title, on the cover, mythology creatures that have cat-like features, big cats, little cats, any kinds of cats. And also, if you would like to do the bingo board, there are 3 prompts on it, and the rest are like activity prompts. So I think it's really achievable for the weekend. For my week-longs, I have 5. The first running from the 30th of October to the 5th of November, and that is the Nostalgic Rereadathon, created by What Brings Karina Joy. There are 3 rereading chill prompts because it is only a week long, to make it as achievable as possible, and one of them is to reread a friend's favorite, which I think is awesome. I think it's an interesting way of including a reread. From the 1st to the 7th, we had the fanfiction readathon. I found this on Jen from the Book Refuge channel, and basically it's just to read as much fanfic as you would like, and there is a build your own bingo board. We have 2 from the 7th to the 13th, the first being the Gilmore Girls readathon, which I found on Heather from Bookables. Basically do what you'd like with the prompts. There is a bingo board to follow along if you'd like, and this is based off the Gilmore Girls TV show and stars Hollow as a concept that is both amazing for the fall and winter times. The other one is sort of on the flip side, and that is Welcome to the Slaughterfest, which I found on Beth's All Booked channel, and this is a Carney styled prompt for the horror, thriller and true crime readers. So like literally polar episodes running in the 1 week. That's hilarious. I don't think that was intentional, but yes, I like it. So it's got a creepy sort of carnival atmosphere. Then running in the last week, we have from the 21st to the 27th, the final book support group, which is going to be the 4th round, I think. And this is created by Steph Loves, and basically the goal for this one, being the final stretch of the year, if you can, is to finish off those series. They do support starting and continuing, but because of the nature of the year, it would be recommended, if you can, try and finish off those series, just to see how you go. Again, it's not limited, and there's no prompts, it's just series. Read the series. Then we have a 2-week readathon running from the 6th 6th to the 19th, and this is the Nightmare Before Christmas readathon, which is created by Yarn Reader. This is based off the movie, and there are 7 reading prompts and 2 activity prompts in a bingo style, or just the regular straight list if you would prefer. And these are sort of all based off the different characters, and I, as you would have seen in my October TBR, I did a Nightmare Before Christmas round because it's one of Ash's favourite movies. One of Ash's favourite movies, so this just fills my heart with joy. Then we have a 3.5 week readathon, which is running from the 1st to the 26th, and that is the Reading Project Gutenberg. And I found this on Miss Richard Reads' channel. Basically, the goal is to read off the Project Gutenberg website. Basically everything that's on there is free, as it is past copyright time, so you can do whatever you'd like. There is a bingo board if you would like to use that, but just read the things off the website as they are outside of copyright and therefore are free. Then we have 11 month-long ones. So the first is the Bloomin' Readathon, which I found on Alison Pages. This is a do whatever you'd like. They have little icons which have prompts attached, but feel free to stretch them however you would like, and it is in like a 5x5 format. It ran last year and is the same design as last year, but they wanted to bring it back because the community was just so awesome with making bujo spreads and just having a lot of fun. Next is West End Reads, and is created by Chloe from The Persistent Bookworm. This is based off musical theatre. For this round, to attend a show, you need to purchase a ticket. So that could be whether you listen to a song related to the musical that you want to go and see, buy some merch, like whatever you would like to do that fits that show. And then you get to pick a book to match the prompt that is for that show as well. Chloe describes you can either pick your shows and do the things to be able to get it that way, or you can pick the prompts that you'd like and then get introduced to shows if you haven't already been introduced to them, and be able to fulfill it that way. I thought this was really unique, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. Then we have the long-running non-fiction November, back at it again, which was created by A Book Olive. And again, this is just a reading initiative to celebrate non-fiction, to not think of it as schoolwork or hard, and basically it is just to challenge yourself to read that little bit extra non-fiction in the month. Whether you are rather versed in non-fiction and want to dedicate the entire month, go for it. If you don't read any and just want to pick up one, that totally counts. There are 4 single word challenges, which I absolutely adore, and you can interpret them however you'd like. Don't have to use them at all. It's very open. One non-fiction, you've participated. Next up, we have Knock It Out November by Covers with Cassidy, and for this one, you're essentially setting ambiguous goals from the beginning of the year. We all have those lists that we've made being like, yeah, so I'm going to complete this, and then sort of just mood read your way through books that will fit that criteria and reward yourself when you check off a goal. Nice and easy. And you can reward yourself however you would like. Cassidy is buying a book, just depends on what's feasible for you. Then we have Historiathon, which is A Stitch in Time, and I found this from Amanda from The Curly Reader. This is basically historical fiction, but the way that they've designed this is so interesting. So you have one concept, you start with the first prompt, and then the second prompt is dependent on what the book was you read for the first prompt. Again, description, go check out the announcement. They explain it a lot better than I do, but I just really like the concept of the first book influencing your second book, and so on and so forth throughout the stages. Again, to sort of pair with nonfiction, it's about reading historical fiction and just promoting historical fiction and a love for it, and they also have a group book. Then we have the Black Panther Readathon, which is created by Lee from Dark Roots Creation, based off the movie. They had planned it out last year as a tribute to Chadwick, as the second one is coming out in November. They're very excited and thought it was very fitting for this month as well. So yes, all the prompts are based off of the Black Panther movie. It seems really fun. I really love that Lee has done bi-monthly readathons based off their favorite movies. Then we have Readathon, which I found from Donna from Mum's Book Collection, and basically this is to thin out your TBR. There are reading and photo prompts and a buddy read that isn't mandatory, but if you would like to, it's there, and it's basically just reading and thinning down your shelves. So any new books won't count towards it, but anything that you've previously owned, whether that be your physical, your audio, your Kindle, any of that will count as long as you're thinning down the TBR. Then there's the Skodom Readathon, which I found from Kim, Native Lady Book Warrior, and this is a bingo board with prompts to read Indigenous literature. And the graphics were created by her daughter, and they are absolutely stunning, and it is just promoting Indigenous culture and learning more about it and reading Indigenous books, which is fabulous. Then we have Climathon, which I found from Tasman from the Wild Island Farm. This is reading books that just have a strong focus on the climate crisis and or nature. Preferably the climate crisis because we're currently living through it, and comparing with non-fiction November. But if it's like The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffith, it has nature focused and I believe is talking about climate change as well within it. So as long as it is a focus, it will count for this. And basically it's just to educate ourselves about the climate crisis. Then we have Nostalgic November, which is created by Kelsey from Slime and Slashes. The bingo board has 9 main prompts based off nostalgic items, TV shows and movies, but there is also a 10th bonus prompt that you can switch in and out depending, and you can double up, triple up, whatever you would like to do, but it is all themed off 80s, 90s, sort of Kelsey's favorite sort of things. I love Kelsey's idea and I've always enjoyed their readathon concepts. And yeah, then the last month one I have is Once Upon a Readathon, which is created by Hannah Blackwell. This is based off their TBR game and it is teams and points based. There are steps which have prompts within them, so you just need to do one prompt to complete that step and then you can move on. But there is also a hard mode as well, which I love when readathons have a hard mode. I have 3 2-month long readathons. The first is already started in October and continuing through November, so we got a little bit of catch up if we do want to participate, and that is the Autumn Leaves and Scary Please. And this is created by Jeannie Reads and Rambles, so they are full themed based prompts, whether that be scary or autumn based. And I just really like the way that they've combined the 2 different aspects and aesthetics of this time of year on BookTube to be able to come up with this readathon. And then the 2-month-long readathon is the 9 Eyes of Lucian readathon, which is created by Somber Honey, and this is 9 books based off the book by Madeline Brew, and it seems really interesting. It's a sub one of Vox Machina-a-thon and is now continuing on this year in a new thing. And my absolute favorite, I did not fucking forget it this year and I am so proud of myself for actually being like, remember, and that is Clear Your Shit Year 3. I'm so excited for Clear Your Shit. I absolutely adore this readathon with my entire heart and soul. I occasionally forget what prompts I'm actually trying to achieve, but I have so much fun with this readathon and the surprises that come along. There are boss battles, there are snarky side characters, surprise prompts, and picking your own strengths and weaknesses. And for this, it is genre themed throughout the weeks and about clearing the shit off your TBR, wherever that may come into play, whether that be your physical, audio, ebook, all of it currently ongoing. I'm very excited. I love this readathon and want to do the hype. That is the 22 readathons that I have found happening in the month of November. Let me know any catching your fancy, and yeah, I'm just really excited. So many good ones, but yes, let me know in the comments what ones are calling your attention. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!